Today, we're going inside the Amazon spheres in Seattle, Washington. Home to more than 40,000 plants, the spheres also contain a 4-story living wall and several one-of-a-kind aquariums. In this video, we're looking at just one of them. I'm Alex, and this is Tank Tested. If you'd like to see more of the Amazon spheres, please hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments down below which feature you'd like a closer look at. Today, I'm handing the reins over to Stephen Waldron of Aquarium Design, who helped create this exhibit. I hope you enjoy.
I was approached fairly early on in the development of the Spheres project, honestly about a week before my shop opened in 2014. And the architects, designers, heads of project managers came through here, and they saw what I was doing. I was doing these living wall aquariums. I was doing a lot of emergent vegetation coming out of the aquarium, and this was totally new to them. And they really had no plans to incorporate aquariums into their designs until they came here. So that was really nice to be able to inspire these high-level creators and architects and designers that we could put these planted aquariums in those spaces. So early on, I got involved. We created an aquarium in one of the corporate buildings that featured a large living wall as a backdrop, and a 17-foot long, 500-gallon aquarium below it that would act as, a planted garden. And the interplay of the two, is obviously quite compelling and interesting. It replicates, again, the feel of being along a stream bank or something like that. Living walls are an interesting horticultural art form of their own right, and of course planted aquariums are, and combining the two is not something you see very often. And they're on very sophisticated life support systems. Both of them are fully automated. The aquarium's on an Apex system, has a sump and a really interesting CO2 injection system, and it's dosed regularly, automatically, and it has an automatic water change system. There's a floor drain below it, and it changes the water itself twice a day. It has 2 10% water changes, and the tech behind it was pretty interesting to watch unfold. And Tom Barr, a famous aquascaper and planted aquarium guru, played a huge role in designing the system, so we knew it was going to grow plants well. And it's like a plant growing machine. I maintained that aquarium for about 2 years, and weekly, and every week I was pulling out 5-gallon buckets of Java ferns and mosses, things that we typically consider slow growing plants were growing quite explosively in that aquarium. So it was a great farm in addition to just being a beautiful aquarium. When you're designing an aquarium on that scale, low maintenance is really probably critical, unless you're going to hire a full-time staff to manicure the aquarium every day. They were just having me at the time consult and maintain the aquarium once a week. So we have to make sure it's going to be okay between those visits and not get overrun by plant growth or algae or anything. So I had to be careful in my selections, not only make them interesting, but also manageable. So we chose a lot of bucophalandras, mosses, ferns. There's also some beautiful red tiger lilies in the aquarium, and they're fairly simple plants. But that's one thing I learned early on from Takashi Amano's designs is, maybe the hottest, rarest stem plant that fetches $15 a stem, on the internet is not the plant you want to use for your design. You have to think of these as aesthetic elements, and are they going to perform like that versus just kind of barely grow or grow only under certain very specific conditions. So Takashi Amano was always using weedy, simple plants for his designs, and so I took a page from him, of course, as we all do. He's the originator of our aquascaping hobby. One of the goals with the design of that aquarium was to make it a large shrimp tank, actually. I had a aquarium here in my shop that was a shrimp-focused aquarium, and it had a lot of little dwarf shrimp in it. And when they saw that, they were really blown away, because they'd always just consider fish, for a fish tank, never, that it could be an invertebrate-focused animal community. And just made these simple plant selections with the idea that we provide a lot of habitat for shrimps. We'd have a simple school of cardinal tetras. I eventually added some rasboras, and I believe there's some discus in there now, which is probably going to kind of thin out the shrimp population at some point. But at one point, the shrimps were so successful in there, I was pulling out like 100, 200 shrimp a week.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe for more. And a special thank you to my Patreon supporters for their continued support. I'll see you next time.